So let's take a look at what a real document looks like. So a project charter, now your typical documentation will, I mean, depending again on the organization. So, but typically any documentation anywhere should look at keeping some basic, I would call it metadata concerning the document that shows us who the owners are, who can update it, if there's been a revision like the document history, who the people that approve the document, the approvers are, or who we approve it, this particular document. Usually, if you take a look at my screen, you will see we have the project sponsor, the project review group, or the project leadership team, or the PSC, or even the project management office, the head of the project. And then, of course, you have the project manager. Now, if the project charter stated that there's a procurement impact, all right, maybe there's some things that we need to buy. You understand? So we probably would need approval from the procurement manager. Or maybe you also have a change manager, and there's stuff on the document that talks about a change manager, how communication will be done, at the high level. Yes. Or, that's just basically, it does not mean you must have all of this. Sometimes it just stops project sponsor, project owner, project management office, the project manager, and that's it. So it all depends on the documents. Documentation templates are always customizable. It doesn't mean you just take it the way it is, all right? So if you look at this document, you can see all the various sections. You have the executive summary, like I mentioned, and what project definition looks at the vision, the objective, scope, deliverables. Okay, project organization will look at who are the customers, who are the stakeholders, the roles of these stakeholders, responsibilities, and structure on the team structure. And then of course you look at the what do you call it? The project plan itself, the approach we're going to use, and the methodology, for example. All right, are we going to be doing Scrum, Agile, or Waterfall? Again, every organization will make that decision. Okay, and sometimes they may ask you, what do you recommend? Okay, and then of course, when we talk about project consideration, we're looking at what the risks are, what the assumptions and constraints are, and then of course we look finally at appendix. Now remember, it does not mean your project charter is going to have, but these are key sections, just like I've shown us on the presentation, that your project charter should have. All right, this is about the end of this chat on project charter.
And prepared before we commenced work. So I do have a question on the side though, because I do coordinate some initiatives. Now, initiatives are like mini projects, like they're not full-blown projects, I would say. So yeah, do you need a project charter for an initiative that might take the process on like a project, but it's not really a project? I don't know if I'm communicating.
Yeah, I think I understand. I understand them. I will rephrase it, and then you can tell me if that is the question you're asking. So let's say we have a bigger project. Let's say we have a program, and then we have all these small mini projects underneath that bigger program. Because all those mini projects are feeding into a more global program that the organization is doing. That's why they're breaking them into those small projects. Is that what the scenario is?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Okay, so at the top level, they already have the charter. The charter is what is you do not need that particular, but probably what you need is a plan that ties into the overall, because overall program that they're running in that organization. Now, if this project, this mini project is totally independent of whatever it is that the business is doing, then yes, it probably will have its own budget. It probably will have its own different project manager. It probably will have its own different team that only reports to or liaises with the project management office at that level. So it depends on how it's structured. If it's structured as part of something global, when I mean global or enterprise-wise, then it probably doesn't need it. But if it's just something totally has nothing to do with something global or enterprise level, you do need it. So it's how it's structured. And I'll give you an example. We did a transformation program for a government agency some years back. Now, this was a very large IT transformation project, but my bit of work was just on the HR bit. So there were so many other things that they were doing, infrastructure assessment, SAP. There were so many things going on. And I was like, well, a small project, they call it a project manager at that level. So you had an IT project manager overseeing it, but you had these smaller project managers. So they already had a project charter at the global level. So what I did, I'm trying to explain to you so that you understand so it's not like you're going to go start creating a fresh one. You will take whatever charter it is and put the specific information regarding who your stakeholders are at that level. So that is the charter you leverage. It's not that you're going to start doing it all over again, trying to find who sponsors are. Your sponsors are already defined, they're there, but it's just to provide information at that level that guides your own small team. So that's the way I'm going to explain it. So you probably just leverage that one and just make some minor changes, but not creating a fresh charter.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
What has been your experience? What has been your experience? Did they ask you to create a fresh charter?
Oh, no, they haven't asked me, but I was thinking of taking the initiative to do that. Not necessarily a fresh charter.
Yeah, so go ahead. You're right. So what I always advise is that when you get into a situation like that, request for the project charter and see whether even your initiative is covered. You may just assume that it's covered. Again, this is one of the assumptions. And you only need to look at the entire document. You're not even anywhere. So how's accountability for this project? Whether there's a scope creep, how do you manage it? So quickly, what you could do is to quickly deduct the document and take up sections that are not, and just have something you can make a reference to, get the right approval from project management office or whoever the project sponsor is. Hey, I made an observation. I know this is a sub-project within this, but I identified it as a risk. And this is what I've done to mitigate that risk. That's a plus for you, because that shows you're forward thinking, you're very proactive. They will like it. They will take note of it. And that could land you a promotion later.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah.
It is true. What I'm sharing with you are practical things that usually happen. When we started our career, sometimes we're only waiting for somebody to tell us, do this, do that. So, you just wait. But when you have worked for a while and you see things that the way businesses operate, you understand, and what usually go wrong, it's easy to see quickly. So if I get into a place where I'm totally new, first thing is who calls the shots. And if it's a project, they're calling me, talk to that project manager. I want to see who those sponsors are. I want to know if there are any other program, even if they don't tell me, I'm going to ask them, is there any other thing you guys are doing that is not in this document? And what's the interdependencies? Is there any depends on what we're doing with what these people are doing? Sometimes they don't know. Even though they've been in that business for the past 20 years, they may not know. But you as a BA, that's why you're a BA. You're the smart person, so that's the way it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if
oh helps. Yes. Oh, very much. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Right. Any other comment?
Okay. Yes, question? I have a question. Yeah. I wanted to know, my name is Nana. Thank you for the presentation. I wanted to know how someone can get certified as a PMP in Canada.
You want get certified as a BA or project manager?
As a project manager.
I think that's pretty simple. I'm sure Pollard, my people in Pollard, they can help you arrange that. They have, I'm talking about OGE and the team. They have relationship with PMI, and I think they can easily organize that. They also have, I think you also have self-paced studies that you can do and just pay directly to PMI and take your exams.
Great.
So I think it's these resources are online, but I'm sure Justina, Funke, all of them can quickly provide that access to those resources for you.
Okay. Thank you for the response.
Thank you, Nana. Okay, let me just remind us that the core class on the project management, I advise you to register. What we're trying to do here is to get you job ready, get a job and keep the job. The challenge, you might think personal interview, it's a big challenge. I tell you, doing the job is even more challenging than just passing the interview. So we are totally different in terms of our approach to this training. We're trying to show you how it's done, what those documents look like, how to get them prepared, and the scenarios you probably not see in books, because books and regular class training will just tell you this, but there are scenarios you meet that they don't exist in books. You'll never find them in any book. It's from the depth of that experience that we're trying to, so that you are ready, and then you'll be able to, hit the ground running, like they say. So reach out to us or info@POLED consults.com, info@POLEDconsults.com for more information and inquiry. We are looking forward to seeing you in the main class. Also remember that Tracy will be working with all our learners to improve their social media presence and also get their resumes job ready. And we'll look forward to celebrating your landing that job very soon. And we're looking forward to see you soon. So from me, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to the team. Thank you for everybody that's joined us today. This will be the end of the free masterclass for project management, and hoping to see you in class soon. Thank you very much.